Doug MPA back with another video. So let's check back in on Bud Light, shall we? It's been 5 days since I made my last video. This article is hot off the presses, May 1st. It says Bud Light sales continue to plummet after Transformer marketing controversy. And we all know what happened. At the beginning of April, Bud Light did a brand ambassadorship with Dylan Mulvaney, popular Transformer TikToker, and half the country lost its mind. And I can say half the country because if you look at multiple polls, 52 to 54% of Americans support the Bud Light boycott. And if you're watching this, can you think of a bigger L in 2023 so far, a bigger blunder than this one? If you can think of one, please put it in the comments, because I can't think of one. This has to take a cake so far. So let's get into this article. Before I do, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. It shows you support me and what I'm doing over here. Let's get into this. This is from the St. Louis Dispatch. It says, sales of Bud Light have been plunging since the company enlisted the help of Transformer influencer Dylan Mulvaney in a marketing campaign a month ago. In the week that ended April 22nd, the brand's in-store sales plummeted more than 26%, according to figures reported by Bunt Williams Consulting, a Connecticut-based firm that specializes in the alcoholic beverage industry. And the decline is only accelerating. The week before, sales dropped by 21%. The week before that, it was 11%. Wow. 26%. So it's getting worse and worse over the week. I wonder how low do you, what percentage do you think it's going to get to, guys? Could it get to 50% in like 6 weeks? Could you imagine? It says, Bud Light is still the best-selling beer in America by far, says Bunt Williams, the founder and president and CEO of the agency that bears his name. The dude's name is Bump Williams? Hey, I mean, he has more money than me, so I'm not going to make fun of his name. In 2022, Anheuser-Busch InBev sold more than $4.8 billion worth of it in its stores, he said, far outpacing Modelo Especial, $3.7 billion, and Michelob Ultra at $3.3 billion. But if the company can't stop the decline in sales, especially at the peak beer drinking summer, as the peak beer drinking summer season approaches, then Bud Light is in serious trouble this year. And I think it runs the risk of losing that number one position at the end of calendar year 2023 to Modelo Especial, Williams said. Already sales are off 8% for the year. Wow. And they said, oh, yeah, the boycott's not going to work. Yeah, it is. And in my opinion, keep that boycott going, guys. There's lots of better beer out there. I can tell you that. In early April, Anheuser-Busch sent a can of Bud Light to the 26-year-old Mulvaney with a picture of her face on it. The influencer posted a brief video of herself on TikTok in black gown and black gloves drinking a Bud Light, noting that the promotion was part of March Madness and joking that she did not know what sport that was for. An Anheuser-Busch spokesperson said Monday, Anheuser-Busch works with hundreds of influencers across brands as one of many ways to authentically connect with audiences across various demographics. From time to time, we produce unique commemorative cans for fans and for brand influencers like Dylan Mulvaney. The commemorative can was a gift to celebrate a personal milestone and is not for sale to the general public. Can you imagine if it was? Could you imagine how much worse it would be if they sold cases of Bud Light with Dylan Mulvaney's face on the can? Oh my goodness. Oh man. The blowback was swift. Within days, singer Kid Rock posted a video of him shooting cases of the beer. A couple of weeks later, model and influencer Bride Teresi did the same thing, but dressed in an American flag bikini top and firing a semi-automatic rifle. An informal boycott of Bud Light ensued by people protesting the use of a Transformer person in the marketing campaign. Williams said that when Bud Light brand manager Alyssa Gordon Heinerscheid took over marketing for the brand last year, sales of Bud Light was already slumping, and that's not true. There are multiple channels that go by the earning reports of Anheuser-Busch, and it shows that Bud Light and Budweiser sales were going up. She tried to increase sales with this campaign by trying to appeal to a younger, politically progressive market. And here's the thing about that. I've read multiple sources that say that people 30 and under, they drink White Claws and seltzer. They don't drink beer. They just don't. And not only that, but people 30 and under are some of the are probably the most sober generation we've had so far. Look at the numbers. It's true. There are a lot of people that are 30 and under that don't drink, and maybe it's because marijuana is legal now. I don't know. Anyway, it says her big miss was I don't think she understood who the core Bud Light shopper was. Well, you think? At least you're honest. When she came out with her comments, they were deemed as being derogatory, insulting, and juvenile, and the Bud Light drinker said, enough of that, Williams said. Heinerscheid explained the shift in marketing strategy by saying Bud Light previously was a brand of fratty, kind of out-of-touch humor. She's now on leave of absence, and guys, the only reason why she's on leave of absence and she's not fired is what? Is because she's a woman. That's why you can't outwardly fire women now. Along with Daniel Blake, a vice president of Anheuser-Busch's mainstream brands. During the controversy, sales have shot up for Bud Light's biggest competitors, Miller Lite and Coors Light, Williams said. What is more, he's beginning to see what is known as a negative halo effect. Other Anheuser-Busch brands are also suffering because of the dispute. I also think that's what's happening now. I also think that what's happening now is that anybody that is a Bud Light drinker and switches to Michelob Ultra because they don't want to be seen holding a Bud Light. Someone down the bar is going to say, hey, buddy, that's an Anheuser-Busch product you're holding, Williams said. The slowdown in sales of Michelob Ultra is of particular concern to Anheuser-Busch because it has been one of the fastest growing brands on the market, said David Simon, a vice president and executive editor at Beer Marketers Insights. Meanwhile, the company is taking heat from all sides. Simon said the anti, you can't say that on YouTube, so I'm not going to say it, contingent is upset because of the association with Mulvaney, while the progressive contingent is upset by what it sees as a backing down from the pro statement made by sending her the beer. According to Williams, the plunge in sales is hitting beer distributors especially hard, costing them millions of dollars every day. To stop the slide, Anheuser-Busch needs to cooperate with them and come up with a way to entice their former consumers back into the fold, he said. In addition, the corporation should remember who its customers are and apologize to them for abandoning them in the support of Dylan Mulvaney. Right now, their compass is completely broken and there's no game plan, and that is 100% true. I'm going to say it before I said it again. Biggest L of 2023 so far, guys. And keep that boycott going. Because this was the pandering by this lady in this campaign. And companies are going to have to learn. What do they say? Get woke, go broke. And Anheuser-Busch is having to learn the hard way. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll catch you on the next one.